Hi, I would like to share with you the scriptures from the book of Isaiah. It's chapter 5, going from verse 20 to 25. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for a reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Therefore, as the fire devours the stubble, and the flame consumes the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossoms shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people, and he has stretched forth his hand against them, and has smitten them, and the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Now, the verse I want to talk about is specifically verse 20, where it says, "Woe unto them that call good evil and evil good." I mean, this one is basically used by conservatives. They love to reference this because it's seen as a powerful condemnation of moral relativism and the inversion of traditional values. For many conservatives, Isaiah 5:20 serves as a warning against societal trends they perceive as morally wrong or harmful. They use it to highlight concerns about issues like abortion, same-sex marriage, and other cultural shifts that they believe contradict biblical teachings. This verse underscores the importance of distinguishing right from wrong and maintaining a clear moral compass. I mean, however, my point of view, I kind of think that that also speaks against what conservatives value as good and what they call evil. I mean, conservatives may call same-sex marriage evil and abortion evil, and feminism evil, and they call traditional values good. However, not all traditional values are really good. I mean, racism is still an evil regardless of what time period it is, and greed is still evil. I mean, and yet conservatives would dare call both of them good, and if not outrightly, then implicitly, because through their policies that they enact and want to enact, they want to they I mean they want millionaires to basically get richer and not have to pay taxes, and they they want people of color to be slaves unto them. I mean, based on like their interpretation of like what Noah said about um about his son Ham, when he was exposed before his brethren Shem and Japheth, and was like, say, cursed be Canaan, a certain shall he be to his brethren. I mean, his Hamson and Canaan being representative of like colored people, and as far in the eyes of conservative people. I mean, and it and implicitly call compassion and forgiveness and mercy evil. I mean, if if not if not if not out if not overtly, then definitely implicitly. They love calling callings like Social Security and like caring for the poor and welcoming the stranger within your gaze, socialism. And it's like, I mean, conservatives need to look in the mirror and see whether they're do, doing things that are evil in the sight of the Lord. I mean, because Lord Lord doesn't look too favorably upon religious hypocrites. I mean, Jesus said those 7 woes unto the Pharisees for a good reason, because they were the representative of religious hypocrisy during Jesus' time, and it's like, I mean, let's go over to Matthew chapter 23, and it says, then spoke Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever he bids you to observe, that observe and do, but do not you after their works, for they say and they do not. For they bind heavy burdens and griefs to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad reflectories, enlarge the borders of their garments, love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the marketplaces, and to be called of men, Rabbi, Rabbi. But be not you called Rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all of you are brethren. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven. And neither be you called masters, for one is your master, even Christ. But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant, and whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. I mean, Jesus pointing out right there that Pharisees, they tell the religious leaders tell the people what they should do, and Jesus says you should do as they say you should do, but don't do after what they do, because they don't practice what they preach. I mean, as far as racism goes, Jesus had, God had to deal with Isaiah's nationalism and mindset by having him go to preach in Nineveh, which is in the kingdom of Assyria, and tell them that their city's doomed to destruction, and he first ran away, and then God fetched him, brought him back, and he ended up going to Nineveh and preaching a message, and the people repented, but Jonah was upset that at the people and also at God, because he basically had Jonah preach to them, and they repented, and he still wanted to see the city destroyed, so he sat outside the city on a hill watching for God to do something, and God causes the vine to grow up around Jonah, so he has some protection and shade, and then later on God destroyed that vine, and Jonah is sitting with the sun beating on him, and he's like, I'd rather die than live, and God said to him, do you have a right to be angry? And he said, I have a right to be angry, even unto death. And he says that you didn't cause this plant. God said, you didn't cause this plant to grow up in a day, and you mourn for it. So why should I not be concerned about Nineveh? which has so many people in it that don't know their left hand from their right hand, and also much cattle. I mean, God, God cares about people outside our, outside our little group of people, because in the book of Revelation, John the Revelator sees people of many tribes, colors, nations, and tongues standing before God with palms in their hands and basically praising God. And one angel said that these all came out of great tribulation to serve God. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to share with you in this video. So have a good day, and may God bless you.